Don't say I never did nothing for you. What?
Are you the actor that plays Ortonville Mn Sam?
I can't disclose that information.
You want a job?
That was a tough one. That was about my limit.
Welcome back, guys, to a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Minnesota. It's a little slow start today. Diggers caught up to the planters caught up to the diggers last night. Didn't you, Brody? You went till midnight.
Midnight. Unreal.
Unreal. He's sending it. How's she running? You getting the hang of her tricks?
Sure.
Sure? He just wishes he could go. He's been out digging this morning to even help get some acres for him to do this
Randy
afternoon.
told me to get going, so. I listen to the boss, man.
So we do have some acres to plant today. It's just that we gotta wait for the fields to dry a little bit. Brody will be leaving here, I would anticipate, within what, an hour? Hour, I think, you could go on that field?
I suppose.
Yeah, about noon. But then 12:30, because you'll have to have your lunch, I suppose.
I got something good today.
Oh gosh.
I brought the Hot Logic today, actually.
You got 90 acres to do on that field, 5 gallons an acre. You need a total of 450. Should we splash on some?
I don't have enough.
All right, let's splash on some. I wish the remote for this hadn't decided to break. Now you gotta stand here and pull it out instead of walk with the remote. It's really convenient. I will have enough hose, yes. Wow. But you could come walk with this. I'll be totally honest, I don't think I've ever had it out that far. Stretch out the hose, it gets sore being on the reel. Yep. Okay. Should be good. What?
You have to close that valve.
Oh yes, we do.
I can't reach that.
Think of how many feet of hose that fertilizer goes through. Starts here, way to the back, through that hose, all the way to the tank, saddle tanks. Probably like 300
How long is
feet.
this?
I don't know. Probably like 300 feet of hose.
90?
No wonder it pumps so hard.
Be a 3-inch pump. Then they blast it.
Yeah, redo 300 feet of hose, that's cheap. Well, Dad is just a half a mile away, so while we're waiting for the field to dry, we are coming to do some seed digging. I see that Ortonville Mn Sam is out to ride with Duggo. He must not have anything better to do.
Man, his head's touching the ceiling.
Yeah, look at that giant guy in there. Plant in the dust, your Benz will bust, Brody. I like that saying, and it's generally true. As long as you get rain in the summer. Granted, she's pretty wet here. Look at the good moisture we're going right into.
Wow. Beautiful. Found it.
Oh,
You picked it out.
I picked it out. Digging way too aggressive. Well, I'm glad we came out here because I think we need to get the planter set a tad bit deeper. I don't know what has changed from our original setup to this, but we're gonna go deeper.
Don't say I never did nothing for you. What?
Are you the actor that plays Ortonville Mn Sam?
I can't disclose that information.
Well, at least he, as you can see, he comes out to ride with, and now he's out working.
This is a rock you should pick up.
Yeah.
It's borderline.
I don't call that a double-hander, but your hands are
No.
bigger than mine, so.
No. This one I could carry around all day. I really should be just like trying to get some reps in.
There you go. There you go.
Been sitting a lot.
Well, you teaching him how to run it?
No, he's teaching me how he's running it. I find that's the best practice.
Yeah.
I don't need to teach anybody how to do their own farming. It seems to be going pretty good. So,
yeah.
He seems comfortable.
He hasn't called, so I haven't heard any trouble today.
And you got scared?
Well,
hadn't heard from him in a while?
I thought I should check up. You want a job?
That was a tough one. That was about my limit.
Don't turn the massage seat on with him. In there.
Yeah, it's weird when you do it when I'm in the cab.
Look at this, Brody.
Special delivery.
Bad news, boys. I don't have a skid loader here.
Oh, you don't?
It's out rock picking.
Oh, well, it's got an MDS attachment on it though, don't it?
That does.
No, that's fine. We can pluck it off with the forklift too. So.
Okay. Sweet. This is gonna be sweet. So since Chris took his tree puller back, we were in need of one, so we got hooked up with this guy. And they were just so happened to be in the area.
Yep, traveling right by actually.
So I'll go get a forklift. We'll get her off.
Sounds good.
Here it is. What is the Tree Gator?
Yep.
Is the model.
Yep.
So what's the advantages to this one?
So when we built it, it had the initial design we had just had the roll guard on it, and none of this gusseting and cross stuff was in here. And I got to be the fortunate one to go out and test it. Well, I messed it up. So that's why you see all the reinforcement in here. The grate was an option. We decided to make it standard, just like we were just talking, windshields on skid loaders aren't cheap. So
Yeah.
if you got some stuff to stop some sticks coming through, why not?
Yeah.
And then if you look on here, the black one's going to be the stationary one, and then the yellow one's going to be the one that moves. So you're opening up to about 16 inches, and then you can go after 8-9 inch trees. It's heavy built.
The limitation is the skid loader's back end coming off the ground.
Correct, yeah. I actually used one this weekend, and that was a factor. So,
Okay.
And then in that case, we have serrations on the either side, so you can stick it in the ground.
Cut roots off.
Take all those roots that branch out from the base of the tree and go after it. And then if you're going after T-posts or round posts, you know, you don't have such violent serrations there. Okay. And then if you actually do pinch a T-post in there, it usually just kind of takes that T-post and twists it, and then when you let it go, it kind of pops back to normal, so it really doesn't damage them. But
well, any T-post I take out doesn't really.
It's going to stay out.
Yeah, it's not going back in.
Yep. Nope.
Sweet. Sweet. Eric will be happy. He said after using Chris's that we've got to have one for tree lines. It's so much easier to move around than just the long tree lines or fence lines to pull out the little trees that are growing.
Yeah, you'll be all set up now. Pluck them out with this, then go after them with the Iron Eagle and pick them up.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Well,
Absolutely.
Thanks for dropping her off.
Absolutely.
So, we were just out chasing the planter. And we got Kibble Man Sam out there teaching Duggo how to send it.
Yeah.
And just like that, there's the skid loader. How convenient.
It could have been 5 minutes earlier.
5 minutes earlier, we could have had her on.
I needed it.
All right, they just took off. They seriously were in the area. I said, hey, instead of us picking it up, can you just bring it, please? Anyways, Brody's unleashing himself. He's got a really nice 90 acres to go work on, so he's loaded up. Hopefully I won't need to fill him there. Dad, I'll have to go fill shortly. Looks like a good enough spot for now. Better put this with it so I don't lose it. It's to hold the hydraulic hoses. So yeah, those guys are from MDS. So they are the company that we have literally all of our skid loader attachments. Aftermarket ones are from MDS. We trust them. They're heavy built. They're very trustworthy. So, of course, naturally, we got a tree puller from there. Thanks to Chris for showing us how nice they are. We had to spend some money, but it's worth it. Definitely is worth it. The day has kind of slipped away from me. I've been into a lot of different things, but I got a cool thing to show you guys. I'm so excited to see what's about to happen here, but we got to run out to the field and we're going to do some fancy, I'm going to call it fancy rock picking. Bringing technology to the field, and I'm super excited about it. So let's see how it works when we get out there. I did bring the side-by-side, but I guess we're going by foot.
Where'd you get on that later?
We're tracking rocks from the sky. Is that the one?
No, it's just got washed off.
So that's that rock.
Yep.
Tell them how we know this.
We were able to walk up to it with the map. It shows us right where we are. And we walked right up to it. We can click on the dot to verify what it looks like. There's the jagged face there and the smooth face, just like it shows there.
So we're gonna go follow them around. So basically what we've done here is these guys from TerraClear, you hired a drone?
Yeah, we have drone contractors come out and fly the field. Then we generate a map. And what we have is we have a path planning that we can path plan how to pick the rocks in a certain amount of time. And what our service provider is doing now is actually following that path and just picking all the rocks along the path. And if he maintains speed here, be able to pick it in about 1.3 hours on a 110-acre field.
So rather than just going out in the field and obviously driving around like we do, we tell the guys drive when we're pre-picking, like we're doing here.
Yep.
Drive every 100 or as far as you can see and do a good job apart from each other and just literally drive the field like you're planting it. Stop, pick the rock when you find one.
And one interesting thing we're doing here is we actually have the ability to select size. So what we're doing for Chet here is we're going 10-inch plus. So if you move the slider over to 8-inch, there's actually 487 rocks out here. And this is what it looks like with all the 8-inch rock on there. But right now we're just selecting 10-inch. So now we take that total down to 58. And it gets our time to a very manageable time so we can stay in front of the field cultivators. Right now we're doing it in Iowa and Minnesota, but we are working and getting into other regions.
Well, it's really cool technology, that's all I will say, is
You
that
bet.
it's a time saver.
Putting a new spin on an old problem.
Well, there'll be more next year too, I bet.
The rocks keep coming.
It's that they do. Says my rocks are too small.
I know, you got to work on those, man.
I just got a lot of small ones out here. So yeah, we should do the 8-inch, but that's more time. Like I want to send the digger here shortly. So
Yeah.
I said let's just focus on like what we would pick rather than do like 100% job. Anything that we would stop to pick,
Exactly.
I should say.
The 8-inch is when you go out there and do the deep clean.
Yep. Those are the ones that you look at out the window and you're like, man,
Should get those,
we
but
should
not
probably
now.
get that, but eh. Well, we've been doing what farmers do, and that's stand and talk, and look over the lake, and he's done.
Yep.
So it took 4 guys out here, 3 to just stand here, you know, and lean on this rake. But no, it's pretty cool. It's
Yep.
awesome technology.
Here's
I
a
really
travel
like
path
that.
of where he's been in the field. What did it say? He's been here. We've been here for about 36 minutes.
36 minutes, yep.
And the estimated pick time was 1.3, so we can beat the time that we have posted.
Sweet. Well, he's got a half
Another one?
section across the road, which, like I told him, they're here, do what you can, but it's like there's water sitting in the ditches, so.
A little muddy out there.
It's, yeah, this one's got tile, the one across the road is just open ditched, and it's amazing the difference, once again.
Yes.
Yes, how long does it take for that water to go? And I'm like, you know, another week at least. And then it still will be muddy when the diggers get there.
Good way to bury one, right?
Yeah.
Use those Yankee
It hasn't
ropes.
happened yet. Let's hope not. I bet he drove that one over and felt it.
I bet he felt that one.
I doubt that one was above ground, but he got it. That's the biggest one in the pile here. You did a good job. I like the big one.
Yeah. Right.
Was it a challenge?
It was a challenge. I had to dig a crater.
Yeah. It's actually amazing that that size can dig out rocks that big,
I know.
and bigger sometimes.
That was all she had to
Yeah,
hit
I
that rock.
believe. Did you use this to load it?
Yeah. That's what TerraClear can do for you.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, the night is coming on pretty quick, darkness. But I wanted to see him pick some bigger rocks. This is a different field across the road, and there's some big boys. I don't think that this one's gonna be pickable with that little claw thing, which is cool. I've seen them at farm shows and stuff, and I always wondered what they're like in person, and trust me, it's sweet, it's cool. But that one looks big. If it can suck that one in, I will be impressed. Oh man, I even told him, I said, I don't think that's gonna do it. He's like, it'll do it. Pleasantly surprised. So the company that does this is named TerraClear. I'll put their link in the description, but basically what they do is custom rock picking. So they can do your field. They just gotta come out, fly it, and then they can pick it. They can do it before, after planting, in the fall. It's pretty cool. He picked up a big rock. I can't believe it worked. It was pretty cool.
How big was it?
I wouldn't have been able to lift it, and I don't think you would have either.
That's good. That's the point of it, man.
Is that a wrap on the day? I gotta load seed. We gotta put one box. We're just gonna hopefully lift it up over the side and dump in there. How you doing? Getting used to her?
Well, I don't know about used to.
Look at this. This is my nightly job. Collect everyone's cameras.
So, yeah, if I'd done this every day for a month, I'd be a professional for life, but it don't work that long, or, yeah.
All right, we got that seed tote loaded up there. We used the forklift and lots of eyes. It's not the best. I feel like a skid loader would have worked a lot better, actually. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little different of a spring video, but the rock picking was supposed to happen in March, and we just never got, the fields just never got to the point, and when they did get to the point, we got 2 inches of rain, so then it happened now. So it was cool though. I enjoyed seeing how that worked, and the technology behind it and the work behind it is awesome. So if you have any interest in that, click the link in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.